Hello. This is Kevin Resilient Me. Picking back up Humankind turns 76. Today I'm definitely not at my best cognitively, so see if I can avoid making any silly mistakes today, and if I do make any, feel free to have fun pointing them out in the comment section. Man, between episodes, I played the absolute worst game I've ever played. I was recording it initially, but wiped the videos. Those aren't going up on the channel. The game is the casting of Frank Stone. Think a horror game, but with all the horror elements just replaced with the horror of socializing and awkward silences. Like, seriously, it's a narrative story game, and there's like no monster for over half the game. The monster's not even like, you think it's like Frank Stone, and it like not really hard to explain, but not enough of a mystery for you to go waste time looking it up. Anyway, let me evaluate where I am here. Fortunately, this series is pretty easy to pick back up because what I was doing last time was drawing in the sand. And right, I now have 4 cities because of the independent peoples we assimilated and conquered. It's kind of an unfortunate, unwanted situation, but we're dealing with it. Slowly settling outposts in these various islands. Don't know what you're about with your military out here, other than the fact you're quite trusting of me to have your military well out of the way and away from your capitals. What are you doing? Like, who scouts with a full army? Be more like that guy. That's a nice attention to detail. Instead of a regiment, this is a clan. Yeah, probably when I'm scouting over the map to catch myself up, figuring out where the military units are hanging out. See if there's any sneaky business going on. That's probably one of the higher priorities. This one's a regiment. He started it in the previous era, probably. That's a still hunting party. Raider envoys. Niche. Very niche. Yeah, you have a military over here, too. You're not too much a pushover. Although you do only have one city with a 6 population. Which is a bit awkward, to be honest. I say far ahead, but far ahead as in our ability to go up to the medieval era, which we are going to delay to keep getting stars. Especially because there's not even remotely a threat of somebody picking the civ ahead of us. Running away with the eras, not only is it not beneficial, it's counter to our interests. Because as I explained in a previous episode, the numbers is for what the thresholds for gaining stars are set per era. This doesn't scale depending on how many stars you've grabbed in the previous era or any factor. So if you go up to the next era preemptively, you're essentially crossing off thresholds that reward you completely, like permanently. Like, so here, say for 21 technologies, there's a star. If I go up to the next era, the bronze star is probably going to restart at like 23, 25, and go up from there. So I'll never be rewarded for hitting this threshold of 21. So you're permanently giving away opportunities to gain fame for each star you don't collect before going up an era. And fame is, that's it. That's the only thing that matters for victory. So, very much needs to be kept in mind. But for some, you're not even remotely focused on. I mean, obviously, you're not going to collect every single star unless you're that green AI before going up to the next era. There's multiple thoughts that have to go through your mind when you're choosing when and why. I guess to give you the counter side of it, you stay in the era to maximize the fame. You go to the next era to make sure you get the choice you want and to allow you to keep researching tech. Because as far as the technology goes, you can't grab these until you've gone into that era, past the line. So that's why it's like almost scary to me that some of the AIs are. Is it still around half of them? No, it's just 2 of them at this point. But I think some of them went in the last turn or two. It's like they've been stuck. Like they have not been able to research. Unless they actually still were catching up, but I doubt that. So they're only now gaining access to these texts that we've already collected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about half the era maybe. But there's ways to catch up, of course. Yeah. We'll see how the game progresses, but I feel like they stuck around too long. And myself and Purple here were the ones who went into classical era first, and they were delayed behind me probably by quite a bit too. So you can see how things are going. And I'd say Green has that's the other thing. The ones who are still in Ancient Era might have passed the thresholds for the classical stars. So as soon as they go up in an era, they're probably going to gain a couple stars and shoot up the scoreboard. So the gap between me and Green is not 50 points. We'll have to make sure to check this the second they go up in an era, but I wouldn't be shocked if they're over like 3,600. And I hope I explained that all properly. Thoroughly distracting myself from figuring out what I'm doing. Well, that's easy to figure out. Lines. What does this buyout cost actually? How is that calculated? So I think it's cheaper when I have higher production. Or not. Number of territories, maybe? So we could just buy a couple districts here. I did not expect that. We should be buying these pottery workshops, if not just the lines. Alright, how does this work? It has to be a number of districts then. Not districts, territories. Or no? Because this one's much more expensive, and I only have 2 territories. Is there a difference in the price of the buildings or just the districts? Okay, it looks like buildings might be same cost between cities. But districts are priced differently. That's very strange. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just keep maximizing our culture, because we haven't even gotten the first star for that yet, have we? It's crazy. But we're gonna focus on maximizing that. Draw a bird over there. Okay, the price went up on that. Most peculiar. Maybe the price for the districts is based on how many districts you have. Well, this is flat and dependent on the era, perhaps. I am unsure. Military costs are all over the place, too. Yeah. I'm not really playing this game to do math, am I? It must be per district, because this city has quite a few districts, even though it's small. How much is the capital and the buyouts? Extremely expensive. Alright. And no, I don't really know why I'm setting up outposts on those islands, because I'm not attaching them until the stability is well and truly fixed. I guess I'm setting those up so that nobody else can do it. Let's figure out what this is. Alright, I guess this is telling us we're doing good in the sciences. Vision range for scouting the other continents could be good. Or just boosting science like crazy in 4 cities. Okay then. I think as far as the societal axes here, we're trying to bring some of them back toward the center for stability's sake, keeping the ones that boost our culture extreme, which will be the lower 2, pretty much. So that science is definitely more valuable here. Both of the choices were moving the axes in the direction I would have wanted to move, so that became a non-factor. Let me know in the comments how specific my commentary should be as to why I'm making every little decision I make. I feel like I just do a lot of things and then I'm only talking about the more overarching decisions. Yeah. I don't really want to slow down too much. I'm already playing through, what, like 10 turns an episode here, which is... feels slow to me. Appeasing. Oh, that's good, because I'm about to make some demands to you. I haven't forgotten about all those grievances, don't worry. But before I talk to them, I want to see if I can meet this civ over here. Maybe? No, not quite. Interesting looking cliffs there. Where's... man, I forget how tall this continent is in my empire. You're appeasing, but you're canceling things, are you? Let's see what's going on with that.
Wondering if you're a partner or an impediment.
What have you canceled? Why do you keep trying to demilitarize my cities? That... it's not gaining them any leverage, right? So we tried that when we were diplomatic. It only gained leverage if it was an army that wasn't like ours or the owner of the territory. I want to know what agreements you canceled. The diplomatic cooperation, I suppose. And the monument one. Okay. I wouldn't say I'm upset about that. I don't think anyone has stealth units. The reason I was putting off making demands is because, not because of the porcelain so much, but because the tea, I wanted that food per turn. What does appeasing need? Oh, I need to make that call immediately. Can I steal the territory with the tea? Because that's what I want, obviously. I think it's Cebu. Okay, we know the 3 territories we have demand access to. We can try to demand that. I don't know if I care. Let's check these territories out. We can't demand Memphis. We lost that one. I was going to renounce it anyway, but we lost the ability to do that. The T is in the Cebu region, I believe. So ideally, if we could steal that region... anyway, we need this one to connect to the capital, which is the one with the wonder. I don't think I care about their northern region at all. Probably just... I don't see a reason to push for that. So this is where we drop a save. I don't know if we already dropped it one. No, we have an autosave. We'll see what Cole wants. Then we'll start demands.
You come to me with a proposition.
The proposal is sloppy. My answer is no.
Of course you want that. I don't think so.
If it works for you.
It does. Hey, there's, you know, I want this tea, but Let's demand them in a smart order. You're appeasing. Let's see how far that goes.
The dispute is finally balanced, but I have hope.
Got that one.
Fine. We'll do as you ask.
You have my gratitude. Shall we discuss our border concerns reasonably and openly?
Oh, they do have a limit.
How could you? I don't understand.
Thing is, we can't go to war because we're allies. So I'd have to use the leverage. So we've lost 4 porcelain. It's unfortunate. That's quite a lot of money down the drain. The tea, I don't know how much food that's going to end up being because it's a percentage. But you're having these ongoing demands. Oh, you placated me, did you? You do have some leverage on me then. Yeah, we can't start a war without becoming a traitor. I don't know how that's going to work with this diplomatic ultimatum. This is kind of what I'm basing this on is, we're going to sit here with some active demands until we go to the next era, then we're going to try this. I don't know. I'm assuming that would be the entire value of this would be bypassing that whole alliance traitor problem. It doesn't seem useful otherwise. I mean, do I really care if they have the civic change? I really don't care about that. Let's check the civic again. Religious tolerance. I don't know what they might be able to get from going up to the next one. That's the question. So we'd cut them off from some faith. I don't know if this would help them or help me push my religion if they can't do that, but I assume so. So we do want to demand that. It'll help with the war support too.
A chasm exists between us, but I think it's one we can bridge.
In the name of tolerance, I am threatening you.
I am done with you.
This one we don't care about.
Don't let that bother you.
Here
I offer thanks.
are our demands. One region, because they gave us the other one. And to change their policy. And I don't think we want them to have that. Well, here's the question is, if we were in a war, can they use the leverage in the war? Or can I use the leverage in the war to just tank their war support? And how many times per turn can you use that? I don't know what possible benefit this has. Other than if you think they're right about to declare war. Yeah. Let's try this.
Where is this going to end?
Alright, you can only do that once per turn. I imagine it can be done in a war as a way to just push things in your favor. Do not want that traitor badge. I know that's gonna be bad for diplomacy. Do not want that evolved into a city, but I do want to attach it. This is now cut off from her city, which means there's no value in having the envoy hanging out at an outpost. For the sake of leverage, they should kind of just be around. Yeah, I'm not sure which territory we'd even want them in. Or if they might attack the envoy if we go to war. That's what worries me. I'll probably have them hang out toward the south. And there was another envoy hanging out down here. Might be more valuable having you in Ko's territory. Yeah, maybe not. But we're stationing you there for easier movement down to the capital. Wonder if there's actually an advantage to having multiple envoys in the same city versus spread out. But part of what I'm trying to do here too, this is kind of a high level play that I don't know if even is a thing in this game, is if I eat up all their territories on the main continent, it forces them further east. And they're pushing my... Well, they should be pushing my culture. You don't seem to be being influenced. Curious. But if I can get them to push my religion and culture to the east, that is what I'm trying to do. Forcing them to settle. So right now there's no connection. I'm not sure how culture spreads to islands. Maybe that's... why is that 0? Because this stuff isn't settled as outposts yet. So if I can push to the west myself... So meeting people is in our interests right now. Try to continue pushing as far as we can push down here. It's the slow creep. Surprised we don't have any grievances about Sidon, actually. I know it hasn't converted yet. I don't know that we're going to push those. We might just renounce that. But also, as far as alliances go, Mr. Ko down here doesn't really have any luxuries to offer. What are you looking for?
Honest intent may have my ear.
Do I have honest intent? I don't know, but I'm not trying to give you... No, I'm not trying to give you anything right now.
Neither interesting nor desirable.
That'd very much be a one-way trade. Well, probably.
I see.
We need to check our income right now. Yeah. Not a huge hit. And we can cultural blitz, which we need to do that. It's getting expensive, but every time we can afford to do so, we need to be doing so. Did that happen? Yeah. Just a little lack of feedback there. Not sure why this isn't being influenced. Oh, hey. Interesting wonders. Can do nothing for now. The stability in these cities we need to watch. So we also do want some type of army now that we have active demands. What I'm saying is things are maybe not quite a Cold War, but they are heating up a little. Might also start thinking about garrison. Not that we're being particularly defensive. I wish you could tell that to stop popping up. And we do have 1 point of that star. Okay, we will be getting the gold star next turn. I'm trying to decide if I want to move some of these pops around. I think, yeah, we're still pushing the population stars. We're going to keep just drawing those lines. We're going to get as much out as we can before we hit the next era. For the long game, I think for whatever synergies may exist, maximizing these emblematic districts is the play when you pick Nazca. You can spam those with no stability penalty. And I would not be able to take the additional stability penalties. So I'm assuming that we're gaining something the AIs won't have. Yeah, we gotta just make one of those. Next. These guys end up better than our units just simply because we're splitting the cost of production in cash. Yeah. Wait a minute. What? Why was that 0? Do you see how that was 0 for a second? That was probably a bug I could have exploited, but maybe let's try not to exploit the game. Whatever caused that. So as far as getting the agrarian stars, there is an advantage to making military units that aren't dying, right? Because they still count as population when they're out on the field. Because for every pop you get out of the city into an army, it's easier to grow a pop. So I'm sure there's some argument, like even if these don't count, for producing the military units, growing the pop, and then settling them back in the city real quick. I'm sure that's a little sneaky strat. Now they're never running out of lines to draw. Always more places to put the lines. 2 territories that don't even have them. It's crazy. 14 per turn. Absolute insanity. This is just eating, like, everything that we're doing. I think we want to pay for that. Trying to figure out who should be making the military units. Obviously not you. Yeah, you could buy one out. It's kind of expensive though. Where's our capital? Drawing lines? Of course you are. I think we want to draw a line in this new territory of ours too. Help push our expansion. Not really sure where the obvious tile for it is. I see those mountains just out of my territory. You can put it there. That's more important than that one. Well, I guess we're just going to be buying our military units. What is going on here? Why don't we have the ability to... Oh, not enough patronage share. Oh, you need 60% and 100. I did not understand that. We want them as a client state. You need to stay put, unfortunately. But you will be out of lines to draw. What other military do I have? Where are you at? That stability is currently... Oh, they don't have to be in the city. They just have to be in a territory the city owns. Okay. Then again, why wouldn't you be down here next to Memphis if there is a war? Grabbing the capital is the way to end it quickly, is it not? Yeah, I think maybe we want you in the city and you like outside it as reinforcements. I'm trying to think of where we'd want to be for defense. Maybe not directly adjacent. Because this is a choke point, but why would they attack there when they could go around? This is reasonably well defended until someone gets up there. We haven't really been playing the military game, so we do need to be mindful of... This army needs to be bulked a bit, so that's... this is where we want a unit. This isn't necessarily where we'll purchase it from. Next turn. Getting that military star would be nice as well. That is something that resets every era, I believe. Yeah, you can see this leverage is now being...
Our empires are close. I am pleased to greet you.
Yeah, so you say. I mean, that's not really an issue if they want to keep using that. Don't think they can force me to drop the demands. And if you're at a baseline, I'm not going to waste leverage, am I? I think you'd expel if you were expecting an immediate attack, but the borders are closed anyway, so... maybe it... well... I thought the borders were closed from the demands. But you were very much in my borders. For as much as it matters.
Perhaps we have some common ground.
Reverential. Well, thank you. I'm certainly happy to be on good terms, but not an alliance with you. I would be happy to share maps.
I have something here that should please us both.
Excellent. Allows us to see some other empires.
Yes, I cannot dispute the benefit in that.
What a wonderful event.
Maybe we should be doing a little more of these things. Oh, you're at war with 2 people, are you? Hilarious.
Perhaps we do have some common ground.
I mean, you could buy things from me if I do that.
A proposal for your consideration?
It doesn't help him too ridiculously much.
I say yes, your proposal is perfectly balanced.
Let us have wine and song.
And that you can have war support for no reason at all. Just because they're militarist.
Look at what a competing empire has accomplished. A gasp of wonder, a cry of astonishment, and perhaps a pang of jealousy.
Why does that have a star on it? Or not a star, but a... It's marked as important. I wonder what this... Like, is that the wonder? Or is that... No, that's just an admin center. Huh. Yeah, I guess we could have shared maps with him, but... We can see the entirety of the continent right now. Well, that's not completely true. You can see a good part of it. Here's this. So we need to meet Mr. Lewis, who's hanging out in the ancient era still.
1,000 welcomes. I am the leader of a great people. I hope you are one who keeps their word.
Huh. So we actually don't know him yet, which is interesting, but there's no reason not to be strangers.
Greetings,
Or
Sovereign.
to be strangers.
Do you too believe that there is no limit to how high humanity might soar?
I'm listening.
Those are some traits for sure. Definitely someone who's going to be sticking to the military civs all game. Well, they got an interesting continent over there. Were you on the scoreboard? Oh, you're higher than purple. By a bit. Well, I'm glad about that. Maybe we've been overbuilding the military units, huh? Let's see if they're willing to be non-aggressive. Maybe. Do we care, actually? I don't know that we do.
You have my ear. Tell me what you wish to discuss.
Did you want something? No. Figure out what that is in a second. I thought he wanted something. Maybe we already shot it down. It was probably that cultural thing again. Oh no, I'm not sure what the value of this relation is. Maybe we just want to be the better ally than Green if we see a war in the future. Maybe that's the value.
I have something here that should please us both.
Don't want to be teamed up on.
Glorious! Glorious! Let it be so.
What a wonderful event.
Purple is no longer the strongest empire we know on that continent. So I'm feeling a little more friendly with him. Oh, hey. Well, there's a way to get the food back. It's awfully expensive, though. And you'd be crossing through the territory of Green. Maybe that's not the play. Now this is very unfortunate for Quill. Being teamed up on... And the capital is right next door. Oh. Someone may not be long for this world. I'm also not seeing any military units, and we're sharing maps. Uh-oh. If we knew the city names, we could tell if any of these had already been taken. I can't tell where the administrative center is, because I don't see it. It'd be awfully hilarious if you with a scout took something over there too. Maybe we don't trade when there's a hostile city-state and a not so friendly neighbor and all that stuff going on. We want to, if we're going to trade with anyone, it'll be to the west.
Ready all, road.
That's unfortunate. If we're not careful, we're going to end up lost at sea. And lose this unit. Alright, what does it do for our culture if we move down here? I know every episode we're doing this little thing. But 414. If we stand there, it's 410. If we stand here, 413. I swear we had the same discussion about, oh, it's fine, it's only one culture, and then somehow he ended up back north again. Don't ask me how. So no, I don't think there's a value to trying to stack the envoys. in one civ.
Even if it's not yours, any human-built wonder is an impressive feat of design and construction. Makes me wish I'd done it.
Don't know why that feels the need to keep popping. Don't know why I have an envoy in the sea. Might we want to send an envoy to purple? It's probably not worth the investment traveling. Maybe you'll be the one that sticks around in the green territory, and this guy here can run south. Not through our territory, please. That's just wasteful. Didn't you just go that way? Whatever. Not worried about it. Go hang out at the harbor.
So, will this independent people be an ally or an enemy? A barrier or a blessing? Their future may not be in their hands.
The narrator is just has no clue what's going on.
I'm on it.
There's no independent people. If there is, you're spoiling what's in the fog. No spoiler. See if we can get some of these turns going by faster. Yeah. Got our estate star. Oh, that's scary. Green is still well ahead and has not gone up in the era. I imagine somebody has a continent to themselves. I didn't check out what that trade thing was. I know.
At the catch.
Yeah, green must be on a continent to themselves. Look at that border gore of Memphis. It will push you off the continent. Yeah, that's not bad having that. Giving food. We've almost got level 2 of the religion. It's like Blue was playing the religious game. It's almost 0 AD. Does that have any significance? No, not really. Does not. Yeah, I don't really see any logic for them being one place versus another. We're still drawing lines, drawing lines. Maybe we rush some of these. We have cash. What can you do? Is there any value in having a harbor there? Food. I guess we should have been doing that, huh? I don't know.
You have built a first harbor to construct and launch the vessels of the Empire. Time to stock up on champagne bottles.
Oh, outposts of population. That's a reason to have random outposts. I'm about to grab a district star. Green is really starting to run away with the score, though, so, you know, it's scary. Maybe we want to be doing the buyouts on this before. Like, while these are being produced, I don't know if that gives us a bonus. If things go up in cost every time there's a district, getting something partially done and then purchasing a district seems like it would give you a leg up, right? And it can be one of those comments that's either extremely insightful or just assuming too much. You never know. Like, you could do with more stability. Always. Mine may be, this thing we were discussing. Garrison. Especially if we plopped it right down on their border. I mean, why not, right? Like that wasn't play. I don't know if the location actually matters on these. I don't. Now, as the city's all counted for one, like it becomes one territory. So, yeah, I don't think they really matters where I put things. We are gonna rush that one. These are especially valuable. Vision range. I already have, well, I guess that's because the shared maps. It doesn't seem important. Don't have market quarters. Don't really have any researchers either. Should we? That? No, we're still growing the pop as much as we can. If anything, we'd move somebody over, but do we want to? Yeah, we do. Yeah, I mean, grabbing that mountain, getting some stability. Sure. Now it means missing out on some lines, so I don't know. I don't know if we could rationalize that. Yeah, we already have lines here. Why can't I build more? Is that a bug? Thought that was one. It is one per territory. Huh? But it's right there. Is that a bug we're exploiting? I'm confused. There is one in here. There's one there. I guess that's the one we're currently building. There's one up here. And that's the one we're currently building. Huh? Now that's the garrison. Now here's the one in Urim's territory. Why is it letting us double dip? Is it because the stone rings or something? Is it a bug because this is on a sterile terrain or something like that? I don't think we're supposed to be allowed to build another one of these down here. So maybe we don't do that because it feels like cheating. Can any other city build lines somewhere that it doesn't make sense for them to? Do I already have some in this district? I'm not seeing it. Must be one of them already doing, I guess. Man, it's 10 production. It isn't nothing. I mean, that's always the argument. It's not nothing to do that. 9 food's probably much more valuable. 20 industry. Decision made. I don't know. Something's wacky about the ability to produce those lines there. We're not gonna cheat. Oh, now we need all these theaters built.
Starvation? I'm afraid they've already eaten all the bread and the cake, and now the pantry seems empty.
It's fine. We're building a military unit. You aren't even all working over there like you're supposed to be. Trying to blame me for that. Not my fault. Kinda want that money though. Where the money at? Alright, impress me with your lines. What have you drawn? A fish? I accept the fish. Not so much the funny pelican on the hill. Can't all be winners. I think we're gonna get to draw every single line possible before the next era. I think we probably are. Now that's not as close as I thought it was. Considering some people don't have very high populations. 5. Did you go down? Must have built a military unit. Snuck it out without me seeing. You're now built. Grab ourselves some salt. Oh, that's another advantage to outposts. Grab resources without a city. That's good food production. Is there something perhaps a little closer to the... Oh, like a dual harbor would be nice. You can land on multiple islands with the one harbor. That feels good for just having access to where the outpost is. But I don't know, maybe we would just want to maximize the food. We don't want it up there, that's just dumb. Not that this is any more valuable. Man, I don't know. Fine. Give us some visibility, I guess. It just feels very silly. I wonder if for the agrarian star you would actually just settle a bunch of outposts even, rather than necessarily build a big city. What does this do? You can turn an outpost into an independent people. Huh. We're going to be in that menu later in the game. There's stuff that needs to be done in there. We have almost met all the AIs.
Your company brings me great cheer, as always.
Oh no, Ko. We appear to have some problems. Oh, it's your city. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't actually want that, do I? That would be one to immediately liberate. I also don't know that he would accept giving up his city. What would it do to this territory? Would that just pop off as an outpost? I imagine, yeah, we're not just going to be... Funny, the cities count as one territory for some things, and not for others. I mean, I guess the truth of the matter is, we don't have any trades with you. So, do we care? But oh no, we've closed borders. Whatever will we do? That's one of them.
Today I'm feeling forgiving.
So we see how close we are to the leverage
My
stars.
people,
Yeah, that's nice. We are getting there. It's also only 100 score. Definitely gonna max out this estate star before we go anywhere. You are not starving. We already dealt with that. Do we think he'd hand that over? And he has military over there. I don't know, man. I know he has 4 ships somewhere on the map, too. Maybe that is the New World. Maybe we should be settling rather than exploring. Yeah. Anyway, demanding the city, but let's put it off. I don't know. Do we want to do that? You can do nothing for a turn. Ooh.
Off we go.
Goodies.
Follow me.
I'll take it. Oh, this is somewhere this city can grow to. That's excellent. What does the city need more? Production of food. Oh yeah, it's this one. It definitely needs the food. Yeah. So if we can get them some farmland up over here. Plus 15. I like that. Yeah. That's going to take forever and a day, but it'll be a good little agricultural boost later.
Over this way.
Make sure that doesn't connect to something. Akkad might become one of our cities that we care about. Curtin, no. That's either getting merged or liberated at some point. Not something we care about. Not sure about that builder star. Those are... No, we don't have anything else planned out for the tech. Let's do that now. This will give us better defense. That's actually what we needed. Units in or adjacent to the district on outpost. So fighting near an outpost. Gotcha. I guess Ko does have strategic resources. That's a reason to be on good terms. I think we don't have 8. We're not ransacking anything. Experience on units, maybe is good. What does that yellow mean? Red obviously means you don't have it. Does yellow mean you have some, but not that much? I guess that's the intuitive. Not buying that much in the way of resources. We definitely do want to expand the military stuff. I just don't know if that's the first priority. I think getting those commons quarters is within the realm of things we're thinking about. Finish that one off. Do it in that order. Sounds good. I don't know if that reduces the price of trade routes, but I guess that isn't all that important for us right now. CE. I thought it was AD. What's CE? Terminology that I'm not remembering or familiar with at all.
So, do you view each other as friend or foe? It's time to unravel the diplomat's dilemma.
Talking about Green or Brown who we just met? Yeah, relations are deteriorating.
So wonderful to see you.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. Can I not cancel demands, or I can't add demands? Maybe I don't want to be helping out your science anymore.
Enough is enough. Our treaty is now over.
Well, this is illuminating.
There,
You
get rid of
still
that.
ignore our demands. Our treaty is dead.
You end
Why
something,
would
I
you
end
do
two.
this?
Teach you. I think we want to leave the other stuff alone, though. Just the bonuses are equal between us. All you're doing is maintaining that. You're just burning your leverage. I'm not even going to war that soon.
From my people and from myself, heartfelt greetings. Let us see if we can build a better world.
Have I even met you yet? Yeah, I guess so. Sure.
It is not to my liking, but we accept.
It's not? Why not?
This bodes very well. Yes, very well indeed.
Alright, so I guess I gave him the wrong icon. If he's not, or if Marbazir is not particularly warmongery. I mean, I say that. Yeah, I say that. I guess he is, but he isn't. Whatever that means. Ranged horse unit. Yeah. Probably doesn't have any sciences. What about this?
A proposal for your consideration.
I'm not sure if he's alone
Your
over
proposal
there.
makes sense. I say yes.
Like moonlight on water.
Do you have any resources? You mean 0 out of 3? As in what, he hasn't improved the tiles? I would certainly like your map. Not so sure about his capital being right there. This is not a new world, is it? That'd be a horrible tile. Are we gonna end up building a city on all these little islands? It's not impossible. I frankly think you're insane for moving your army all the way over there, but... That's certainly how I played these games in one day. All the way, back in history. Just when I was new, is what I'm saying. And I wasn't particularly good at these games. I'll take that culture hit. Omadia doesn't need it. That doesn't go anywhere. So this is a safe territory until some other degree of ocean travel exists. So this guy's now free up to move to the not exactly front line in 14 turns. And I'm assuming that's not gonna... No, it will. He will get lost to sea doing that. I really wish that the AI was smart enough not to destroy its own units. I imagine that these AIs aren't losing all their units at sea. You know what I'm saying? Obscene amount of culture we're sitting on. What do you want?
Your company brings me great cheer.
Neither interesting nor desirable.
What noble deed shall we perform next, my honored ally?
Huh. Honored ally indeed. Wonder what determines the stubbornness of sticking around in those eras. I don't even know if you have any tech that I don't have. But fine, let's gang up against Lewis. No, it doesn't give me anything.
A lost opportunity. I refuse your proposal.
No, I'm ahead of you. Curious why that's that color. I guess maps is different from visibility. Or he just does not have units. Maybe I should have an envoy over there. You know, I think I've been sold on that idea. Would you stop trying to lose my units at sea, please? It's crazy that the route changes that much. That shouldn't lose the units. And it'll explore that other continent. Okay. But there's no harbor here. Why can you run and embark? Yeah, let's send you off to go collect leverage. They have expanded that. So why are we still not pushing the culture? Why is this territory seen as unconnected? It isn't religiously unconnected. Do we want this at this point? We are building the units. There's no value in it right now. It's also practically free. Fine, we'll take... Oh yeah, we got that thing that the church gives us bonuses for each civic. Should have done this ages
It does
ago.
seem logical that people shouldn't have to do a job unless they want to.
Forgot that our wonder has... Where are you? Here you are. Does it say on here? It gets a bonus per unlocked. I gotta find it. Where's that button that shows you the wonders? Here we go. Didn't know that most of these were already built. Where is it? Faith per number of enacted civics. This Colossus here is good for defense. This would be good for war support. And just rapidly boosting stability. Food per farm quarters. Food on every district and exploitation. That's pretty crazy good, actually. I'm kind of tempted by that. But I guess we're busy with lines, as always. We're chill people. We just draw lines here and there, you know. Very tempted by another envoy. May go ahead and buy an envoy. Or do something with this. Let's get that in the queue just because. It's aesthetic only. Don't worry about it. I don't know if we want to focus on something slightly different. Not be quite as one note as we've been. I imagine there's an advantage to keeping the stability high, right? But, yeah. Well, that's what we want, is those theaters. It's expensive, though. Oh, that's just 4. Those are not worth buying. Nope. Oh. Where's the district being built? I can't remember. There? Okay. So that'll give us value for the lumber yard that's not currently recognized. Some value. See, research or food is where the value is. Oh, because that's next to the harbor. Gotcha. Yes, we can just build one of those. 3 science. Man, it's not that impressive. I don't know. Not terribly worried about that city. That only takes 4 turns to build. Over those lines. There's got to be something I'm missing as to why I can build 2 of those. Is it something with this? That you can build an extra district? No. There is something. I don't think it is a bug. Why is this haven gaining all this stuff from the lines, too? There's so much going on in this territory. Like, there's Ko's special thing, because I stole the district. There's the stone rings. There's this natural wonder. It's like, there's some reason I can draw extra lines. I'm not just going to assume that's broken. I'm not going to rush that. That'd be ridiculous. Food per horse. I mean, there's something to be said about buying the barns and then just purchasing horses from Ko, right? Something to be said for stability. Science per pop, actually. Did I? No, I didn't buy that. Could I buy that? No. The buyout cost must just be the tech on this stuff, then. Let's not overdo the influence right now. So we're doing the lines and all this other stuff. Maybe focus on some of the other infrastructure. Like, I could just evolve these into a city if I really needed to do that. It's not valuable to do it, so we're not going to. But is an option. Always more room for lines. At this point, I'm curious if those AIs are ever going to go to the next era. Have you moved this turn already? No. Stand there for visibility. Okay, I want something production focused, because if I do absorb those other ones, those are more food. So honestly, that might be the tile for us there. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
It is a pleasure indeed to see you.
Yeah. Let's try not to start a stupid war. Well, we'll see what happens. Are we already? Oh, that's green. Green's over here. I'm gonna bully our culture. That's what we're gonna do. Well. Oh. Is that just not actually traveling over the ocean at all? Maybe these tiles are cut off to a later era. Stop you from just converting the whole world to... Yeah. Fine. plenty of turns to figure that one out. If we took the city and then just attached all those districts. It's an option. Then liberate Kurtan. We can think on that. We were going to buy an envoy. I guess we'll do it here.
Negative.
Get out of that army. That is funny. She's just using... Oh, come on. Get back over there.
We're the walk.
Can an envoy settle an outpost? Okay. Yeah, I thought that would have been a bit comical. That doesn't look like he's going to get lost at sea. Green is just stagnating if they're just going to keep spawning military units that don't accomplish anything. I wonder if I could get open borders.
All those of honest intent may have my ear.
Not now, we can't. I really don't want to get that unit stomped on, but I also really want to know what's going on this continent. The New World's got to be over here. Oof, that's unfortunate for us. It's our continent. It's going to have serious logistics issues getting there. We got, continent between us regardless of what direction we go. Let me check my recording time real quick. Actually, what time was that? Oh, it's going on 9 p.m. I don't think I've eaten anything today. Not a candy bar. Huh. Yeah, I might be calling this one before the 2-hour mark. Oh, hey, I knew that was there. Is there any more blatant to lie in the world than that one? Nope. Not really sure what this unit's gonna do. I guess we're just hang around until we can maybe get open borders. Even you're coming over here. Why are they sending full armies? They gonna try something? I don't know, you get away with it.
5 makers' quarters. It seems that someone took the phrase, building your future, a bit too literally.
Yeah. You fine? Yeah, you're fine. Where was trade poached? No clue.
I'm waiting for the jealous types to say things like, it's just a big pile of rocks.
What are you talking about, narrator? So I gained some leverage somewhere, because that's now on there. Yeah, figure the religious thing out.
The world is full of new opportunities, is it not? hear my proposal.
That's all? Really?
That guy's getting kind of smug. You picked up on that? I feel like I should have picked a higher difficulty right now. But hey, pay me.
Tempting, but I'm not quite convinced. Any sweeteners?
Your proposal is too much of a ball and chain on my ambitions.
That will suit me.
Will it? I wanted that cash. Probably can't afford it and doesn't care that much. Hey, Woody. Sustenance. I just never seen that word written before. Is it this font that makes that look like a particularly fancy word? Finding like a farmer priest cast. It's interesting. Well, that's a lot of population growth we're looking at. I'm sure there's some strategy to these events once you've gotten some degree of them memorized for the more advanced players. So like this one, it's triggered by farming districts and empire at peace and stable enough. So it outright tells you why it popped. So there is an advantage to high stability. Unspoken advantage. I don't mind losing that point. We need the food. We want it at least. What is this that's just popped up here? Well, how long has that been here? And what triggered the Congress of Humankind to appear when it's still a few eras off? Huh. Oh, green's scary. Do you think Marbazir is being eaten over here? Why are you red? Because the wonder? Yeah, but I'm busy. I'm drawing things. Art waits for no man. Honestly, I think it's worth the turn. Or the money. Once we get all of our lines down, oh, then our production's gonna sweep to something. Couldn't tell you what yet. Hey. It must be with something with these natural wonders. Let's try to figure this out. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I don't think I'm gonna just transcend the culture. That's kind of boring. Let's see. Okay. So, I mean, one per territory. Let's pop open the encyclopedia and look up natural wonders. I feel like there's going to be something there that you can build an extra emblematic district in a territory with a natural wonder. Sorry, I'm confused right here. Yeah, that's not really saying anything specific. Chocolate Hills. Any of these DLC ones appeared in this game? I don't think I've seen any of them. Not sure what DLC that is or if I have it. Okay, we know we have this one. We don't have that. The desert is the one here. No, I mean this isn't really telling us the rules about. Maybe if we look up emblematic district. It says limited to 1 per territory. But why am I able to build 2? At a quarter. Cities. This encyclopedia is really not useful. It doesn't say anything that the game doesn't already tell you. But I must assume that is the common factor. You know? I also stole your emblematic quarter. That's fun. I wonder if I should be prioritizing building one in that territory, actually. Draw a line next to it, just for hilarity's sake. No. Because if there is an adjacency bonus, it'd be better to have it there. Then put whatever adjacency thing right there. Or vice versa over here. Just don't want to take up any good tiles if I grab some production thing later. We're gonna put that one in front. And we're gonna save and look at our religion options. Maybe we can actually do a proper evolve of that. Ha. This is what I missed last time. Doesn't look like you can customize it too far. And none of these religions particularly match the Nazca or any Native American theme. So, just going based off the aesthetic. Yes, Taoism, kinda. Well, let's actually take a second to zoom in on our cities. Pyramid, maybe some adobe. What are they? What's that turquoise block actually called? Block. I'm thinking Minecraft. Turquoise. What's the word? It's not a gem. Not a mineral. I guess rock. Maybe it is a gem. Ceramic? Is that? There's a word I don't know that describes it's a specific type of material, building material. So I don't think that's just like a paint or a dye. I think that actually is the color of the material. Either way, I'm not going to overly think the religion aesthetic. If I was going to do that, I'd take a look at the medieval era civs and try to plan ahead what I intend to grab and then match that aesthetic, but we don't care that much to that level of excess. Maybe we try to match the tenant, like the oracles thing. Figure out what we're going to grab next. Science on religious districts. Maybe we need to give some thought as to what type of civ we want in the next era. We're going to stick with the estate stuff. We're not. Well, are we going to pivot into war? No. It's a diplomatic game. So that might be the strategic thing, but you know, I'm trying to play something a little different than how things usually end up going. The food is not bad. Don't have that many harbors, but just all those religious districts, every single one of the Nazca lines, every single one of them is a religious district. So you know what we're looking at with this religious transcendence. Huge. Huge, huge, huge. So I found a way to make the tall continent even worse. You run out of length to go and you start curving over there. Turn into a giant chili pepper empire. Alright, we need to look at this that we've said we weren't going to do, but we're going to do it. I lied. I wish I fully understood the leverage of, or the mechanic of this leverage. Like, is it just like a defensive, like preventing people from attacking focus? Surely no. Oh, that's crazy. Without using units. I don't know if I'm tactical enough to use that. The leverage seems more relevant if you're on a busy continent, you know? You have to have grievances triggering various other things. Boy, 1 and 2. I mean 1 and 2. So then you can upgrade it? Yes. Interesting. Yeah, why do I keep doing that? Do we have a lot of districts with us spamming out these lines? Let's go back here and see. Yeah, we do have a lot of districts, because we're about to get the, well, not about, but we're probably going to get the gold in that. Get the gold and pop. Gold and tech. I guess this is the way to look at it too, is what things are we already doing well on. So we don't want the money and we don't want the leverage for the next era. I think that's the not the meta, the answer. So, I mean, there's certainly a lot of choices open to us. This coastal water. It's like we're not really islandy enough for that. Stability on harbors. I mean, this is a money one too. Yeah, we haven't. I guess there's probably a tactic to build around the harbors more than we have, rather than building out from the cities as much. And this gives you the ability to do that. We can get money pretty quick. I mean, you already have a bunch of resources like I do. Get high movement across the seas. That's an interesting option if we were almost even just for overseas like war. Probably not gonna go for that though. Food per number of territories in your sphere of influence on all cities. Is the culture the sphere of influence? Because that should certainly be something. And a unique, it boosts stability. Influence on settled city. I don't understand what unsettled city mean. What is a non-settled city? Like a conquered city? I don't know. We might want to stay on the religious culture game. Which then, sphere of influence. Is this the sphere of influence? Yes, it is. So +5 food times 22 on all cities. Oh, that's... Yeah, so I guess as we're getting to the later eras, some of these bonuses, it's not about what can I have now, it's about what have you taken advantage of prior? You know, what are you coming from? So, you know, if we had a bunch of harbors, immediate stability, boom. If you had a bunch of coastal tiles already in your thing, boom. That's a future bonus. Land movement, speed, infantry cost. So this would help with a war. I don't know if we want another emblematic district that counts as a religious district. Because then we'd really be stacking those too. But this doesn't have any real useful for us. Money per alliance. You know, if we're not doing bad on alliances. Money per horses, adjacent horses, It's more specialized. Just a boom plus 10% influence. So this would more be keeping with what we're doing. Research quarter. I guess it's keeping up the the culture will starting to pivot toward research. So there's value to that. There's going to be a high number of merchant-focused civs. Trade route, merchant quarters. Gonna pass on that. This would be good for the religion thing. Faith per adjacent district. And it'd really be just pushing the religion even more. I don't know. We'd have to go back to that screen and see what further levels of the religion give us. Not dealing with the Maker's Quarters enough to worry about that. Food per number of attached territories. Well, if we just had if we started merging the cities, that would take off pretty fast. Not as much as the culture thing, though. Really have to be river focused for that. Industry cost reduction of adjacent districts. I assume you'd place this first and then start building around it. I don't know. This doesn't feel like an obvious choice to me, but might be missing something there. I know I'm not going to pick it just because I said that. Vassalize cost. Wouldn't mind vassalizing my ally neighbors, but I assume you need a war for that, so I'll probably pass on that. Yeah, there's definitely reasons to stick in alliances versus just attack too. This would be good for rapidly gaining overseas territory. There's an argument and a pivot. You know, our continent's pretty well controlled. Maybe we do want to just attack somewhere else. We need to be thinking about ways to beat the other AIs, right? Maybe green becomes the target of surprise Norsemen. But I don't know that we'd really gain too much from the other ones. I think the obvious choice here is going to end up being the Taino. Just go crazy with the sphere of influence stuff. But, well, I guess the choice we're making is what we want for the religion. So maybe we want something food focused if we're likely going to go into food next era. That's what we're here to answer. So, and that's the most likely one, is the Taino. Norsemen would kind of be a funny secondary choice. Still no threat of anyone else beating us to this era, so not going to worry about needing a second choice. As we can skim around for rivers, like the other things that might matter. Yeah. The only thing would be doubling down on the religion, or we have a lot of luxury, or stick to the culture game. I think it comes down to culture. Food is what I've figured out from that. As much as you can even remotely follow all of whatever I just did. In Islam has the little gardens around their religious site. So that's kind of thematic to the food thing. Maybe we grab Taoism though. How does this work? I guess you do that and then you click one of these. Yeah. It's an odd way of doing it. Yeah, so if we're probably going to stick with another Native American one. See, Taoism kind of has, I mean, none of them are Native American, but it's at least Asian, which is distant cousin type situation. I don't know. I know, I just don't know the right terminology. Maybe I want to start getting harbors out if we're doing that. Right, we wouldn't be going to war without grievances. Though, I guess if you are a military civ, you don't need that. You just get the war support. But we're not worried about that yet. Stability. That's just a ton of free stability, actually. Would that pop a lot more events? What could we do with stability? Maybe that's like the production choice. Like, hear me out. Because districts cost stability. So suddenly having a ton of stability on our cities. It also means the military doesn't have to stick around to boost it. You don't have to focus in those buildings. So if we wanted to go district crazy, let's check out that thing I said about if there's any rivers. Don't think we're going to go even crazier with the culture right now. Probably going to grab the fasts. Let's see, river. There's one river there. Right, I remember this map, we turned rivers down to, like, so there wasn't really going to be any, because we were hoping for an archipelago. So there's literally one river on the whole continent. That's off the table. There's probably a lot more rivers normally. That's where that Mississippian civ would make more sense. There's not even like a single river on this continent. Sorry for making the world arid. Do you think that's why we have so many dry prairies, like tiles? I'm sure all this map gen stuff references, like, cross-references each other. We have made it a dry world. Does that mean we have less food than you typically would? Probably. Even the islands are dry grass. Yeah, I think we ended up making it an arid world by cutting down on the rivers and the lakes. I think we left lakes to random and it just decided to skip on them. But hey, it's thematic for our Nazca. So, yeah, everything's dry. Look at that. Dry or prairie. Some forests. This is prairie considered dry land. It's like some of the best farming land, isn't it? Maybe I'm just showing my ignorance on what the biomes are. Maybe this is normal and I'm looking at it going, dry, it's dry. Like the one that specifically says it's dry. Yeah. Why don't I turn the tile yields on? Prairie probably just is default grassland, actually. Well, that was a rant. It's woodland versus forest. Woodland, huge trees. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know that this world's particularly low on food. Over here around Memphis certainly is. That's regional. Coke could be chopping down the forests if he wanted to. I don't know. Where's that wonder at? Curious where the tiles around that river rank on the old food. Oh, they got forests on them. Oh, river forest is huge. That's 3-3. Prairie river would be just 3 if it wasn't for our infrastructure. Yeah, cutting down on the rivers cuts down on the food, which just having like the exclusive river means we have a huge advantage on food production. Do we want to be cutting down these forests? That's some thought, but we're going to take the food thing. And will be one of those religions that shows off its mastery over water. That is a thing. You look up, I think Islam did it. It's primarily the one known for that, actually. In certain areas, they conquered, built up, converted. They have a lot of, like, not aqueducts, but like water features, fountains, those types of things. It's funny that I'm picking one of these, but talking about how Islam's the traditionally did that, because they're, of course, big in the Middle East and other regions that are more dry. Northern Africa. It's just a little historical fact. Going to grab the fasts with the expectation that we'll grab the Taino. Hopefully we'll remember that plan. That's always the gotcha. It's my memory. I don't really care what we grab on these other levels, right? We're looking anyway. Figure out if we want to really still have any focus on the religion. Nah. Maybe just grab the culture one once we hit that. Yeah, but we're not Sumerian resilience anymore. Right? Is that gonna switch next turn? Oh, there's a lot of things all going on. Oh, cool, you picked something up. Don't get lost at sea, though. Okay. How How much leverage do you have, and where did you get it? I am concerned they might have already been in the ocean. Might have lost that unit. Be very annoying. Oh, hey. Now, before we end the episode, did that religion not convert like it was supposed to? Now it's just not renamed. How do I rename that again? There it is. Sorry, let me pull open my little virtual board. Oh hey, it's 9:30. Huh. Just resilience now. We need to, like, you know, chop. That's what we're doing.
If you seek the greater good, then I would like to know you better.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not going to destroy it. No, we have to declare war to do that. Alright. Nothing this turn. We are going to see what this client state does. Because I don't want another city.
Unfortunately, this time you are merely a bystander to someone else's glory.
It's not true. It's a lie. Anyway, well, that's a good army. Do I get, Huh. I assume I would need to pay for that. Good, we have them converted. Well, we're gonna hold on to that. We can swap that on a moment's notice, right? Yeah, we can't afford those, to buy out those lines. And I think we probably want this specifically in the city with the lowest stability that has districts. You're boosted significantly from the units, right? Just 20? Just 20. Must be a maximum. I don't think Koa's ever going to finish that lighthouse. Or boost that out. So that's 2020 if built there. Oh well, it's the same everywhere. It's just a matter of where the stability is needed. But it boosts all the religious districts. Wait. It doubles the bonus? Because we're already getting the food. Don't ask how we're getting food out of desert drawings. I guess, they're not just lines in the sand, they're fancy irrigation channels. This city's already going to grow like absolute mad once we go to the next era. So, I mean, it doesn't need a second holy city, or holy district here. You know, you can get a harbor, can you? 14, but it's in the woods. It's... I'd rather have the 12 and not be as far in the woods. You can go to either of those tiles without spending the turn. I think we want the garrison, but it's like, it's never really going to be the priority now, is it? So maybe we build this in the desert. You know, that whole thing about showing off the water features in the dry areas. Yeah. I do wonder in the future if there'll be something here that can get adjacency bonus from everything. See, this is part of the fun of not remembering everything in this game, is I can just assume certain things and they might turn out to work in my favor. But this is where we will drop our final save, and we're going to call the episode. It's been Kevin Resilient, Emmy, Brain Fogged, Emmy, Strategy Gamer. Cognitive issues aside, I should have probably picked a higher difficulty. But let's wait and see if things implode from overextension in a later era. Alright, till then, goodbye.